Welcome back, everyone. It's our Wink 7. So I just wanted to do a quick little check-in. I haven't really had too much time to focus on the competition mode, but I wanted to just give you guys a quick look at my setup and just sort of what I'm doing. Crypto Chains, he's been hitting me with Savannah Bandit, which is all good. He had reached out beforehand, so not a big deal. I don't really get affected by Savannah Bandit, thankfully, so I didn't mind him hitting me if it helps him. But anyways, so essentially this is my layout. I did have a arcade at one point. I did sell that for $30K, netting myself $25K there, so not too bad for just a little bonus sale. Now, this has been my pretty lean setup. I doubt I'm going to get to 5. We've got about 11 hours 47 minutes, so under about half of the day left for the 10x, or sorry, the 15x, which is the final day. So I doubt I'm going to really make it any further. What I've been doing though is trying to keep lightning boosters going at all times. So I'm going to have to go and reapply all of those. Give you guys a look at my businesses too. So that's a quality 4 Den. I've got a quality 4 Pride Records. Now, I didn't really like the Pride Records that much. It is a little bit more expensive to get going with. Just that little extra gold over an LL. And with the LL, might as well put the skin on since I'm not removing it. With the LL, the skin helps out a little bit there, that 19.44%. So let me get another lightning boost going here. And then, so yeah, pretty much everything's quality 4 except for my Cineplex. I only got it to quality 3. I did fail a little bit of merging there, so I just didn't bother. Just figured it's not worth it. Now, we got all those lightning boosters back on. One thing I did notice though is there is a lot. Like, I'm still probably around what I was before, maybe a little bit lower just because I haven't had the time to play. But there's definitely been a lot more players buying in, right? So you can see that there's been a lot more market activity for sure. A lot of these players here, I think, have purchased some fairly significant businesses to help them propel them to the spot they're at right now. Now, I don't know if that's just they wanted to be higher this leaderboard on this leaderboard, or maybe they're looking at trying to get themselves one of the Ishin Revengers. If you look through the standings here, it is the top 20 players, and it's almost basically just 20. Like, I think the only person not with one is Meta right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 22 is those 20 that the Ishin project are giving away. So pretty steep competition to secure yourself one of those 20 that they're giving away. I'm going to keep mine equipped because they're also raffling off 5 for the top 250 that are Legion specific. And I guess the one last thing I would comment, and I kind of wish maybe that the dev team would make something, would be like a score counter, right? I want to see up here, like, is it, 300 versus 200? Is this, I guess the numbers were at 1,600 players. So, or is it like, 1,400 versus 200? Like, what are we looking at for the amount on each side? Because with this competition, as you can see when I was scrolling through, I mean, there are some Void. It's going to be kind of funny that Void takes the L, but takes the top 3 positions. Well, looking like top 4 at this point, right? They're not going to catch up, but they are going to have the top 3 for the podium here. So that's pretty crazy to really think about. I know Meta's going pretty crazy here. He's probably, I think he said he was going to hit like 17, prestige 17, so that's pretty wild. But yeah, like if you scroll through the leaderboard here, I mean, up at the top, there's a decent amount of Void. But then when you get down a little bit further, it's just like a lot of Legion. And that's because a lot of people decided to select Legion specifically for the faction bonus. That extra percentage of gold I guess was enticing enough for a lot of people to abandon their faction and just go with whichever one had the best bonus. I know a lot of people were like, well, there's no point in diamonds, all right? Like, I've been like equipping and stacking boosts here just because I'm just like, I don't know what else to do with these diamonds, which again, I guess means I've not run a perfect city. I could have done a lot better job creating maybe a better income out of more businesses, but again, I also had a little bit of limited time, so I think I did okay for what what I actually had available to play. You know what? I might as well just stack these all the way up. It's not like I've got any time or any crunch here on diamonds, so. But yeah, so that's essentially what I've been doing for this competition. Now, I guess the next competition is going to be probably void with the cash bonus. So again, it would be nice to see maybe if there was a counter on the war effort, just so you could see how many are on each side. And I don't think that would be too difficult for them to make, especially because, I mean, it's just a counter, right? How many void versus how many legion. So maybe we'll get something like that in the future. But otherwise, I mean, congratulations to those players that are at the top there, especially those top 22 players, unless, meta, and I believe there was one other player there that didn't have a Ishin Revenger. They might switch and put an Ishin Revenger on right at the end, get that little extra NFT bonus, which is pretty nice. Their floor price is around $50, so definitely a nice extra prize on top of your prize pool to gain. But it's definitely been a weird experiment, if you ask me, with these faction bonuses. So I'm hoping we go to something a bit different. I don't really think a bonus exclusive for factions is really the way to go, at least not until they get rid of team attacking, just because it just didn't make sense. Like, all it did was just incentivize people to go for that extra 6% cash bonus over the 3% diamond bonus. So it didn't really do anything other than just make a lot of fake legions, right? That's all they did, was incentivize people that are normally void to go legion just for that bonus. So to me, it was kind of stupid. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's about all you can do is give some feedback and sort of help guide them. Now, in regards to the next competition and what I did this strategy, I think I ended up deploying my normal strategy a little late. I ended up following Zemet all the way up the leaderboard, and he was taking pretty much all of the people I could attack. So unfortunately, I was not able to get into the rank that I was hoping for. I was sort of handicapped there. I think I probably started a bit too late just due to time constraints. So I really should have cut out some more time and tried to attack, maybe 6 to 10 hours, somewhere in that range before the 10x day. That way I would have had already some businesses prestiged up and built that. Now, I guess the alternative is I could have bought a business and that could have helped out significantly. If I would have bought something like a LL Sports or even like a Leo & Co. or Diner or a Den, sorry, that would have helped if it was like a Prestige 2 and I had Prestige Zeros. So there's definitely some learning points for myself. As you can see, I'm not spending all of my diamonds very efficiently either. I'm just putting lightning boosters on and calling it a day at this point. I'm going to be traveling anyhow, so it's not like I can really play much. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, show you guys my city. I have everything on one land at this point. I guess, you know what, I might as well also just put some defenses up. It's not like not like there's a heavy amount of attacks right now, but you never know. Might as well put them up for a bit. At least it wastes more diamonds, right? Let me just go unequip all my tools. And then put in all my armor. There we go. And then launch my abilities. That was weird. Sometimes she's a little laggy. There we are. Okay. Let's see what we got. Hopefully something decent. That is really bad. What do we got here? That is okay, and that's not great either. Well, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to land where I land. I'm not really playing that hard at this point. Probably projecting myself to land somewhere around 75. Let's see. Yeah, probably somewhere around 75. Maybe I'll hold on to a little bit closer to 70, but I doubt it. At this point, I would need to get another prestige up, but I don't have the time. So this is basically where I'll probably end up. Not bad. I mean, I was able to get a prestige 5 last time. So, I mean, I probably could push this to prestige 5 if I had the time to play. I mean, I'm not that far off. Probably another 4 or 5 hours, this would easily go up. But yeah, I think my biggest lesson learned is I think I waited a little bit too long to start launching my attacks and my climb. And then again, I didn't anticipate the massive blue wave that was the Legion, I guess, recruitment, if you want to call it that. It really wasn't, because I know all of those people are now going to be Void next competition if they do the same sort of cash for Void opposed to Diamonds for Legion. So it doesn't really help the situation that everybody was complaining about, right? We were more concerned about the last minute faction selection, right? You can see on the leaderboard there are still a few people that haven't selected factions. It's not going to really cause much of an impact, I don't think. They've got about a 10 billion difference, so I don't think that's going to sway the competition this time. But it has in the past, right? And that's what sort of causes the issue. So now that we have no real incentive still to join the faction up front, I don't think that it's going to help the situation, right? Like the final minute decisions, that's why we were looking for a faction selection up front. We wanted either something forced within the first 24 or 48 hours, right? That way you had to choose your faction and you stick with that faction. All this really did was now just incentivize people that are like, well, I don't really choose factions anyways. I'm going to take the 6% guaranteed gold, which is, I mean, by all means, that if that's what you're choosing the faction for. I know some people wait to the last minute to see who's going to win so they can get the diamonds for normal mode. I mean, even at this point, that's not really that enticing because, I mean, you get so many diamonds in normal mode, I can't even spend them. I just waste them on merging half the time, which is hopefully going to stop. But yeah, essentially that's the biggest gripe that I've had with this competition is that there's not really any point to factions. Like the faction is just basically now, okay, well, what bonus do you want? Do you want more diamonds or do you want more gold? And in these types of competitions, it's always more gold, right? That's all everybody cares about because that's going to help you get to the next position above, somebody else. Now, I guess the counter to it is if you have more diamonds, you can attack more, put more boosters on. But again, like I'm always flush with diamonds. I'm trying to spend them, right? Just so I can use them in normal mode when I do get that bonus back. That it's not really that enticing to have a diamond bonus when I don't need diamonds, right? I need gold. So that was the biggest, I guess, experiment within this competition, and I think it was a failed experiment. I really think they need to rethink these faction bonuses. But again, let's not beat the dead horse. I think everybody's aware of this situation. So hopefully they're working on it, coming up with something a little bit better. But anyways, guys, I'll leave you there. That's basically what my city looks like. My ranking, I mean, we'll see where I finalize out at, but yeah, good luck on the rest of the 15x day, and I guess we'll hopefully catch you guys in the next video. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing, but probably be sometime early next week. So enjoy your weekend, and yeah, good luck on the last few hours here. Take care.